Hey there, Cancers, and welcome to the rest of October 2020 Love Tarot reading. Sorry, it took me a little while to get to you. As you know, Mercury, as many of you know, Mercury went direct, and yeah, just right now I was like ready to go, and I spilled a little bit on my shirt. I rinsed it off. You know, my fridge is making a lot of noise. The maintenance people were here today, and the window broke while they were fixing it, so I don't have a window until tomorrow. But I'm going to charge ahead because I'm feeling up to it. The new moon is here in Libra, and I'm going to go ahead and do your reading. I do feel like the new moon is going to make me be slightly more intuitive. So you're lucky in that way, even though you had to wait a little longer. And for any Leos or Capricorns waiting on your videos, I have already finished them. I'll be posting them tomorrow, and then I'll be, doing the remaining 4 after you, Cancer. Now, even though I'm really resonating with my Cancer moons lately, I always say that, these readings are primarily for suns and planets that rule, behaviors. The moon is more of an emotional planet. I feel like it would require a separate reading. And when I get on it, I will be doing moon readings every month as well. But for you, Cancer, because you are the natural ruler of the moon, I do feel like it might resonate for some of you Cancer moons out there. So do let me know if it does. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card from the Halloween Oracle. And since this is a new deck, I'll be reading from the book. Feel free to skip ahead if the reading is too tedious for you. It's just get a theme, overall outlook on your love life through the rest of October, into Scorpio season. And then I'll be doing my favorite spread with the Everyday Witch Tarot, which is what is your person thinking and feeling about you at this time, and vice versa. So let's go ahead and get into it. I was saging a little bit since you are the first reading of the day. Tell me what is going on for Cancer's love life for the rest of October. I haven't seen this one yet. The Veil. I had a glimpse of it, but I haven't read it. The Future. So, like I said, this might be a highly intuitive reading, Cancer. And this says the future. Although I tend to equate the Veil more with, being able to see to the other side. Not so much for forecasting the future, but let's see what the book has to say. And do feel free to skip ahead if the reading is just too monotonous. Sometimes, people just don't want to hear you read. Some people love audiobooks. All right. There is a misty curtain that divides us all. The veil that this night thins, transparent the leaf becomes, and the future no longer dims. The ancient Celts used to call the time of the longest night of the year Samhain, pronounced Samhain. Oh, that's good to know. I've been saying it wrong the whole time. I feel like I've heard it Samhain before. All right. They believed that there was a misty veil that separated the world of the dead and the world of the living. But on these two nights of the year, Samhain and Beltane, the shortest night that the veil would thin. The fineness of the veil meant the ancestors were closer than ever, and even the gods would be close. This would mean that communications from the dead were more likely to occur, and that divination, where the divine speaks through something, would be more effective. So I'm telling you, the new moon or full moons can get a little crazy because that's the realization of all the energy. The new moon's where we're, filling that cup. So while using this oracle as the veil lifts, know that the other worlds are close, especially as we get closer to Halloween, right? Listen in particular to what messages may come forth around your future. Look to what you want to happen. Plan, set intentions, especially, with this new moon. I know by the time I post this, it'll be a day or two. I apologize for that, but definitely continue through this week as the moon is growing bolder to set your intentions before, we get to Halloween. All right, so especially these readings are for whether you are single or taken. So set your intentions for your love life, especially because that's what we're here to discuss today. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. Tell me about Cancer's love life, single or taken, now through the rest of October, please. Tell me about what is Cancer's personal interest or significant other thinking or feeling about Cancer at this time. What is Cancer's personal interest or significant other thinking or feeling about Cancer at this time? The High Priestess. Again, intuition. And the High Priestess is all about seeing the other side of the veil. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces here and still be water energy, Cancer, but your person is thinking and feeling and using their intuition right now. So you can really tap in with them. You know, even if you're living together day to day and you're stuck in any sort of old routines or habits you want to break that are weighing you two down, you know, any same old arguments that you two may be having, it's a good time to just think in your mind, you know, instead of coming to them and trying to talk through it, you can think in your mind, like, I want to be at a place where we don't have this discussion anymore because we've at least learned to agree to disagree, or they finally feel like they've understood me or something like that. And just visualize that. And if you're single, you know, this veil is so thin now, so this would be the time to really visualize the kind of relationship that you want. Make sure you're not looking at the past and, you know, recreating anything that you didn't like, not telling any stories about, you know, troubled relationships in the past, because the universe is really listening right now. You don't want to create any self-fulfilling prophecies. So that's for those of you that are single, you know, bringing in this person. Your person is listening. The universe is guiding them to you with this high priestess energy. So go ahead and, I just got the chills. That's always good. I get, usually when I do them each month, I get them once or twice through the 12 signs. So I think I had them. I don't know if I had them yet this time around. All right. So go ahead and tell me what is Cancer's person of interest or significant other or unknown mate that's coming in going to do about how they're thinking and feeling at this time. And we'll definitely get a little bit clearer about this high priestess and what they're thinking and feeling specifically. You know, it is a sort of a spiritual energy, so it's a little hard to grasp just from that card. And I'll probably do that in the extended reading if you want to join me there later. But what is Cancer's person of interest or significant other going to do about how they're thinking and feeling? I just heard to give it a really good shuffle here. Not audibly. I am clairaudient sometimes, but alright. The Six of Pentacles. So they are going to be very generous with you, and they expect things to be reciprocal at the same time. So they, you know, if you haven't met them, they are definitely ready to, you know, get to know you and really listen and share about themselves and be open. And if you are with them already, it's a very equal partnership. You know, when you're down a little bit, they're there to help you out, and vice versa. And that's something that you can rely on with this Pentacles energy. Some of you could be dealing with an earth sign, you know, but all right. So, I mean, I really like that energy. So it's going pretty well. No matter what stage of the relationship you may be at right now, Cancer, I am reading for the collective, so I have to account for different scenarios. So take what would resonate for your situation, you know. And what is going to be the outcome of how Cancer's person is thinking and feeling about Cancer this time? What is going to be the outcome through October, through Scorpio season, through Halloween, for Cancer's person's thoughts and behaviors? The Knight of Pentacles. This is a steady boyfriend girlfriend relationship. So if it's somebody new that you're meeting, that, you know, they're following their intuition to guide them to you, and they're really, you know, tuning in, then they are ready, you know, to go in and be really equal partners here with you, and they want something solid and steady. And this is a slow moving energy, so you may not see it right away when you meet them, but over some time you will be like, oh yes, this is you know, real, and eventually you'll have the talk or whatever. And if you're in something, you can just trust that it's solid here, because we're dealing with Pentacles. It's grounded energy. Again, some of you, this could be a younger person coming in, an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. All right, and what is Cancer thinking and feeling about their person of interest or significant other at this time? What is Cancer thinking and feeling about their person of interest or significant other at this time? Oop, two jumped out. I'll take them. Judgment and Two of Cups. So you are here, whether you, especially if you're in a relationship already, to judge, you know, to check it out, what's going on with our relationship. But the Two of Cups shows, you know, it's again a very equal union. There's a lot of love here, and here you are with the water energy, Two of Cups. That's probably the best partnership card that you can get in the deck. You know, there's some great love cards in the deck. I'm not going to go through them all. We'll go as we come across them, but Two of Cups is definitely where it's at. Like, this is, it's like Lady and the Tramp with the spaghetti, you know, they're cheersing there. And Judgment, you know, you may be evaluating at this time in your thoughts, like, is this too good to be true, or can this sustain? Like maybe you've been married for 10 years and you're like, gosh, it's going really well still, like is this gonna last forever, because you are judging it. But this is also Pluto energy bringing transformation, so it could just be that you two are still growing and evolving. It's not like a stagnant energy, and you're still in this partnership. Now for those of you that are single, you are being discerning about who you're choosing to spend your time with, because you really are looking for this Two of Cups partner. And so you have to really be discerning about who are you putting your time into right now. All right. And if you're dating someone, you're like, is this going to go where I feel? Like you're probably thinking judgment. Is this going to go where I feel like it's going to go? But it's a very transformative growth relationship. A little bit like the Death card, but not as rigorous, I feel like. A little bit more just like they come in your life and just things start to change, but in a good way with the Two of Cups. So what is Cancer going to be doing about how they're thinking and feeling about their person of interest or significant other at this time? If you watched any of the other videos, cross watchers or moon, sun people, you'll see I like took my extensions out for a lot of shows for Halloween anyway. I dressed up a little more. Alright, so what is Cancer? Enough about me. What is Cancer going to be? My midheaven's in Cancer. That's probably why I feel like showing off for you guys. For those of you that don't know what that means, be sure to check out my astrology videos. I'm teaching different things about astrology, and I'm going to break things down a little more too. Some of my videos are a little intermediate. If you subscribe to the YouTube Rotation 411 Astrology channel, you can see, learn a little bit more about astrology. So when I'm doing your tarot readings, you can kind of say, oh, I kind of understand how that ties into astrology. So what is Cancer going to do about how they're thinking and feeling about their person at this time? So I went on a little tangent there. The Chariot, this is Cancer, this is you, Cancer, and this is forward progress. Now in the original deck, it's just like a guy, he's very victorious, he's sort of sitting on, when they carry the people, like kind of like how I don't think they carry the Pope, he has a Pope mobile, but how they'll carry the figures up in the air in the old days, and they're sitting up there. That's the Chariot, and he has the helmet. And in one of my decks, it's so beautiful, I wish I could pull it out right now. It's a couple in like an old horse and buggy, and they have two oxen pulling them, and they're like having this love affair on the horse and buggy, right? The Chariot, I guess. I think that's so. But in this deck, it's interesting because there's arrows going both ways, and it almost seems like she could be lost or having to make a decision. But because because I know the cards in the tarot, and many of you do, the Lovers and the Two of Wands and other cards, even like the Two of Swords, those cards are more about making decisions. So I think here what this meaning is with these arrows going in all these different directions is that Cancer, don't fret, don't worry, because no matter which direction you take, there's infinite possibilities, and you are going to be able to get to this Two of Cups union regardless. And even with your person, it doesn't really matter what you do, as long as you're faithful to your obligations and commitments. I still feel like this person, there's a lot of love here. So you can't, if you're worried about making any wrong moves, you can't here. You just keep moving forward, and that's what you're going to do in your Cancer energy, really connected to your emotions, to the moon. It's like it's going well here. And if you're waiting for this person to come in, it's somebody new, then you're thinking about this, you're being discerning with your time, and that can have you where you're a little caught up, where I'm feeling like that for some of you, where you're like, wait, but okay, if I go hang out with this person, like, is that gonna stop me from meeting like my Two of Cups person? Like, no, because you never know, that person might introduce you to your Two of Cups person, or you might bump into that person on the way to that person's house. Trust me, it happened to me like a month ago. Met someone really cool outside waiting for my Uber. So, alright, so you can't make a wrong turn, is what I'm saying. So keep moving forward, and that's what you're going to be doing, but I want you to do it with confidence and knowing that you're headed in the right direction no matter which way you go. Because the universe will steer you around if you're setting your intentions, like we talked about with the veil. So what is going to be the final outcome for, and even in your relationship, maybe this person sometimes, there's high standards between the two of you. If you are in a relationship, you have high, not high standards, like unattainable Neptunian standards, but like it could just be, you know, you have a lot of responsibilities and priorities, and sometimes it may be a little hard to keep up with those, but know that like your person is going to be there supporting you regardless. You know, if you misstep, they're going to balance that out for you. And if you feel like you're not doing enough for them, that's not possible either. I know you are with the Chariot. Okay, so Four of Wands here is the outcome. This is the, you know, wedding celebration. In this deck, it's more like it's the witchy tarot. So there's the everyday witch, but there's, you know, these four witches are celebrating with their four cats, because that's, you know, probably how they live in a commune. But whether it's family, which is, you know, Cancer, you rule the house of family, or you know, it's your wedding, because Four of Wands in the traditional deck is, you know, an actual wedding ceremony. Here they're celebrating something in front of the castle, so it's like your home is good, your love life is good. You definitely, some of you, if you haven't met anyone and you're alone, you're definitely manifesting this Two of Cups relationship, and it's going to lead to the Four of Wands if that is what you want. And for those of you that are in it, you probably already are married, or that is where you're headed, because you're definitely making progress forward here. And whatever decisions you're making are helping move you forward. So don't second guess yourself. Your person wants to be with you. You're doing very well at Cancer. So I want to go ahead and dig deeper into, you know, really what your person's thinking and feeling here, and a little more about this Four of Wands outcome, you know, whether it's marriage or proposal, all of that. It definitely seems like it's going to be a relationship leading into that. So, and also in the extended, I do a 3-card spread with the Halloween Oracle, where I see, you know, what the heart of the matter really is, what the challenge is going to be, and what the solution is. So I really love that, and I always forget to mention this, but we really do cover a lot of ground in the extended reading. It blows my mind. I'm like, I run out of things to say here, and I get there and it just like goes so much deeper. It's weird. I wish I could flip it a little and impress you on this side. Anyways, if you're watching on IGTV, be sure to check out the YouTube Rotation 401 Astrology channel and subscribe so you can see all of the tarot videos as they come out, and the astrology videos. And I have some great ones like soulmate, twin flame aspects. I have a vision board video coming out. So lots of different things. I actually have a list of videos for you guys. I've been adding them on. So there's going to be a lot of just each month when I get through the readings for the month, I'm going to at least put out a few, and I'm doing the big 144 series. So if you are Cancer, Sun, Aries, Moon, be sure to check that out. I already did it. And if you want to see your Sun, Moon, Rising combination, or one of your family members or significant others, then also be sure to subscribe. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, but also you can follow me at Rotation 411 or at Psychics Gold on Instagram. And I'm going to be posting all the videos on both of them for now, but eventually it'll be different content because I'm sponsored by Psychics Gold, and so there's going to be other people on that platform, and Rotation 411 is my personal astrology site. So I hope this helped bring you some clarity for those of you that are not joining us in the extended, and for those of you that are, be sure to click the link in the description below so that you can order. It'll take you to my product catalog, and if you're on IGTV, the link is up above in the bio. It'll take you to the product catalog on Psychics Gold. You can see, you know, at the top all my personal readings. I'm going to be adding a few more like synastry charts and all that, but for right now, it's a pretty good deal if you want a synastry chart reading. You know, when I overlay your 2 birth charts with you and your significant other, I'm doing those in the Q&A, so you can order a Q&A, and it's like I think $15 or $20. It was on sale. I have to go back and look, but if you order that, I'll do like a 15-minute video really breaking down the synastry between you and your mate or your person of interest. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom of the catalog, that's where you'll see all the October 2020 extended love readings. Look for Cancer, order it. You'll get a link in your email that will bring you to the video. So again, I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and light, Cancer. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a very happy Halloween.